Welcome back to the Barrel Zone Tuesday morning edition. We are getting right into it. Skipped yesterday. I didn't really like anything on the board. I tweeted out my strikeout picks. We went 2-1 on those. Today we are going to take a look at one game, and I'm going to give out three strikeout props. We will also go through the games that are off the board, and I will share my line. So the first game I want to talk about today is where I released my pick. We took Milwaukee plus 105 on Penny. Make them a little bit bigger. I make them slight home favorites. Basically, Aaron Nola has been really up and down, and he has been stepping up for the big games lately. But we don't get those consistent ace-like performances from him recently. He's coming off a four-inning outing, gave out six earned runs on six hits, two walks, only five Ks. He has been really hectic lately. Went four innings here, went five before, eight before, four, five. He gave up more than four earned runs three times in these last six starts. His exit velocity is way up. His average through the season sits at under 89 miles per hour. He was sitting at 94 in the last outing, but he is consistently around 90 plus. He has been sitting above his average in five straight starts. His swinging strike rate way down in the second half, line drive rate up, especially against righties. So, yeah, Nola is still a good arm. I respect him, but he just couldn't put it together lately. He had two pretty good starts. He could deliver a good start here. It's not out of the realm of possibilities, but I think there is a little bit of too much respect given to him based on just name value. And Eric Lauer, I think, is extremely overlooked for Milwaukee. So Lauer has a 298 WOBA at home, 268 to lefties, 303 to righties. He's coming off a seven-inning outing at the Giants, gave up only one earned. I think this was the first time he pitched into the seventh inning. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, so he can go deep into games. But I think to me the value here is that Lauer has a really strong floor. So the last time he gave up more than three earned runs was back in June, on June 14th. So basically 3 months ago, it was the last time he gave up more than three earned runs. He had 11 starts since then and gave up three earned runs just twice. And all the starts have been two earned or less the other nine. So he's a solid floor guy. Obviously, won't wow you, but I don't think you need that much against Philly, to be honest. So Milwaukee in the last 30 days, they have been consistently in the top 10 offensively. They grade ninth in WRC plus, sixth in Team WOBA. Philly grades 24th in WRC plus, 23rd in Team WOBA. I mean, the difference between these two, Milwaukee's WRC plus is 108 as a team, and Phillies sits at 88. Obviously, the Milwaukee bullpen hasn't been as dominant lately, but they are still a top 10 unit. They are consistently outpitching their FIP, so their ERA sits at 3.82 through the last months. That's not terrible. FIP at 4.2. Phillies bullpen sits at 4.5 FIP, 4.47 ERA. So yeah, it's still much worse. I just think Milwaukee at home with the better offense, the better bullpen, and Lauer, I would risk that he's the guy with the better floor here. Obviously, his upside is nowhere near as good as Nola's. I just had to take Milwaukee here. All right, we will run through the off the board games quickly. I don't expect to find any value here, but I'm just going to share my lines with you. So I make the Pittsburgh Detroit game a pick 'em. KC as a minus 108 favorite. We have LA likely with the bullpen game going up against the Cardinals with J.A. Happ on the mound. I make LA minus 156. I make Oakland minus 120 with Caprillion, and San Diego I make a minus 194 favorite with Blake Snell on the mound, who has been dealing lately. So yeah, I don't really expect any value here, to be honest. The only game I'm monitoring besides the Milwaukee one we only took a position on is the Tampa Bay game. If the Rays flip to dogs, I might jump on them. I'm still not sold on Rodriguez. I know he's coming off a good start, uh, I'm still not buying him long term, and I'm kind of liking what I see from Rasmussen. I make the Rays really slight favorites. That's what the market says right now. But if they flip to dogs, I will be on Tampa Bay. So only Milwaukee for me. You can see my lines for the off the board games on the board. And now let's get to the strikeout. This is the really meaty stuff. So we had a pretty good weekend when it comes to strikeout props. Current record 36 and 22 on bet and 32 and 24 on leans. Both are sitting way, way up. So I took three K props today. We are quickly just going through all these. I'm giving you some reasoning. I agree with the model score in all three of those. So we took Toronto Mets under 5.5 strikeouts, minus 162 on Pinnacle. I would play this still at minus 200. Would play this to minus 210. My model makes it 4.1. So Mats has been under 5.5 strikeouts in 5 straight games. He's averaging through the season just 8.5 strikeouts per nine, so less than a strikeout per inning, and 6 innings is really his ceiling. So we would need an absolute ceiling performance here for him to go over this total. And I think the Yankees can get him out of there earlier if needed. If you look at Matt's strikeout percentage in the last 30 days, it sits at 15%. So his strikeout rate through the season is 21.8%, and through the last 30 days, he only sits at 15%. As I said, stayed at five or under 5 strikeouts in 5 straight games. I think this is not the easiest matchup in the world, so I'm pretty high on this. As I said, I make it 4.1, so I would play the under 5.5 up to minus 210. The other one I took, I was a bit surprised, but I think this Espino's strikeout total is basically largely a product of them being huge dogs, plus 205 at Atlanta. So we took Espino over 3.5 strikeouts, minus 115 on Pinnacle. I would play this one up until minus 145. Espino is a bit overlooked in my opinion. He's an older guy, has been in and out of the league, but he sits at a 4.08 ERA through the season. His stuff plus sits at 100, which is basically a bit better than league average. I think the average right now, out of all pitchers dragged in the stuff plus sheet, is around 98 or so. So yeah, he's an okay arm, 1.15 WHIP. He pitched into the 6th inning in the last outing. He went 5+ in 2 straight. And his strikeout rate has been way up. Through the season, he is averaging 19.7% Espino. And in the last month, he has a 25% K rate. So yeah, we have a guy who will likely go pitch into the 5th, maybe even into the 6th, and has a 25% K rate, and we only need 4 strikeouts from him. And the over wasn't really juiced at all. So I make it 4.13. So this is not like a huge edge from the model's perspective, but I really like Espino stuff lately. He's throwing way more strikes. I think his fastball is pretty decent, actually. I know that the Braves are not like a huge strikeout team, but I still think he can easily get to 4 here, likely 5 strikeouts. And the final one we are going to talk about, Arizona Zach Gallen. We took under 6.5 strikeouts at minus 117 on Pinnacle. I would play this at minus 114 or better. I make it 5.5. So Gallen is averaging 6 innings, went like 6.5, 7.5, 6 in the last five. His K rate is slightly down in the last month. He's averaging 27% through the season and just 25.4 in the last month. I think the biggest edge here is that the Rangers don't strike out that much. The market is a bit off on them. They only strike out less than 21% as a team in the last 30 days. They sit at 20.880%. And Gallant's hasn't been good lately. I mean, he's okay. He's a talented arm, but six of the last eight games, single digit swinging strike rate. He has walk issues, some home run issues. He's a solid arm, but if you look at his location plus, which is a good metric to track if you are betting strikeout props, he only sits at 102, which is basically slightly better than league average. Uh, I don't think the Rangers are like they will get them out, get Gallen out of there early, but they don't strike out a lot. They can walk. They can find a home run here and there. Arizona might not push Gallen into the seventh. I think that's the only way he will get to seven strikeouts here. If he goes just six innings, I think we are likely looking at a six inning, five or six strikeout performance. As I said, I make it 5.5 strikeouts. So yeah, it's a decent edge. But getting to seven strikeouts is a lot for a guy that hasn't been really in groove since he came back. So yeah, as I said, three strikeout props: Mats under 5.5, Espino over 3.5, and Arizona Gallen under 6.5. Those are the three ones that I took, and then we took Milwaukee money line. I would play that up to minus 113. I don't think that will move that much. The market is just still overrating Aaron Nola, in my opinion. All right, so this is it for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to team up plays, all the strikeout props, all the sides, you can go to patreon.com/slash the barrel zone, join the Discord channel there, or you can go to the BatStamp app and look me up, the barrel zone, same username, and you can find my moneyline and total picks there as well. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and